Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In front of me is the new Mazda 3 sedan with the new SkyActiv X engine. It's the petrol engine, 2.0 liter, 4-cylinder inline. And what's good about it, I'm gonna use my little notes here. So the engine has 180 horsepower. It's around 8 seconds to 0 to 100. We're gonna test that later. It's supposed to be 30% more torque, 20 to 30% less fuel consumption. Basically, Mazda is using more air, less fuel, compressed, some sort of like in a diesel technology, but it's a petrol, so it gives you more torque, more fuel efficiency, less CO2 emissions, but also gives you that petrol engine high revs. And it does give you like a diesel engine. You can have more torque, so it combines both petrol and diesel, but it's a petrol engine, so it should have, they say, at least 4.3 fuel consumption. Of course, those numbers are always not realistic. We're gonna check the real numbers by driving. This package is like the out of 4, so third package. This is the GT line. You get LED adaptive lights, 18-inch alloy wheels, red sole color, a lot of features inside. 25,000 euros in Croatia. This particular car. Now, this car also has mild hybrid technology. So this is a naturally aspirated petrol engine, but it has a compressor for the sparks to ignite the fuel. This is the back look. It has 450 liters of space, and it's, when you knock down the seats, 1,138 liters of space. So you have to open it like this. Seats knock down 60-40. The entrance is kind of small. It is wide, but it's kind of narrow in the height. So, but there's a lot of space inside. Even if I pull this out, there's spare patching kit. And you know, it should be enough space. It has a backing camera. It's pretty nice. And just checking here, I think I've mentioned everything. The mild hybrid system has 24-volt battery, so when you're braking, it you know, recuperates the braking power. Now, keys obviously wireless. It's really comfortable to get in the car. It is low, so it has Bose speakers. They're pretty good. 12 speakers. Interior is really premium looking, although Mazda isn't really a premium brand, so you're getting a lot for your money. A lot of package. I think it's around 8-inch screen. It's standard navigation, standard. And inside you have LED lights, as you saw. So this is the 6-speed manual. You can either get manual or automatic, both 6-speed. And now it has a really nice system that is not touchscreen, so you can use the wheel. If I turn on the lights inside, you can see it's pretty simple. You can have here your information, fuel economy. Now the car is stationary and the fuel is kind of going a little bit up. Have musics. Let me tell you, these speakers are excellent Bose speakers. I hope I'm pronouncing that now correctly. Excellent bass, 12 speakers around you. It's a really joy to be in this car. This car, you get even heated seats, at least on the front. Dual climate control. It's pretty simple, a nice design, nice layout, minimalistic. Now, when it comes to media, you have here home. You can, you know, check. This car doesn't have the SD card, so someone removed it. Entertainment, I'd like to see a playlist here, but if you press the menu, just move, you can see the playlist, and it's pretty easy to use. Of course, you have electronic parking brake, auto hold functions, volume, a little more sound test. I can't play too long for not to get a copyright strike, but you have really easy commands that are easily reachable. Steering wheel is nice, ergonomic, but I covered all of this in my sedan, so I'm just gonna head and drive. Have a lot of safety features. In the sedan, blind spot is really not a problem. The back window is kind of tall, so the viewability behind you is a little bit limited. I'm gonna turn off these LEDs, put it into first gear, and let's start off. Now the adaptive LED lights on the front are automatic, so depending on the traffic, and they really you know, illuminate the road excellent. You're gonna see that later when we come to a pitch black area. Now I'm gonna brush here, that's why I even stopped that pedestrian. Now I'm gonna do tomorrow a daytime point of view where I won't talk, so you can hear the engine, wind noise, tire noise, all that stuff. And I'm gonna see the consumption is probably gonna fall down because I'm gonna go for a little bit longer trip. So I got the fuel consumption. It currently says 8.4. I was a little bit stationary before I started filming. And what's important is I even have the heads-up display. I keep forgetting that, but I got the fuel consumption around 7 liters. I believe I can get it lower, but I just need to drive longer. Now, before I start talking about the engine, I just want to mention again, it's really nice ergonomical feeling when you're inside sitting. The position, the seats are really comfortable. I think the mirrors are a bit too close, but you know, that's something I've been mentioning in my hatch review. And I like the mirrors to have the blinkers at least facing the driver. Let me see here, focus on the traffic a bit. Rule of the right hand, I mean right pass. So I'm coming from the not the main road. Gonna miss my traffic light, doesn't matter, safety first. Let's see if we can catch that green light. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so the car suspension is really comfortable, even with the 18-inch and winter tires. Now, you know, the steering wheel is light but precise. On the automatic, I think you get the driving mode, like the sport. But in this engine, now see, you even have the lane assist, you know, traffic alerts, side alerts, everything is just standard. The brakes are hard, everything is excellent, just like in the hatch. So now, even, yeah, there's a little bit more space for your head on the back than in the hatch, so that's a plus. Now let's start talking about the engine. So I've mentioned all of it. This is 180 horsepower, petrol, naturally aspirated. It doesn't have turbo. It does have a compressor. It's only used to you know, push fuel into the sparks and burn the fuel. So I'm not really going technical into this. I've read about it, but I'm not that technically educated to go into small details. So again, the LED lights, all of the kind of road markings are a little bit worn out, are pretty good and visible. Now let's talk about the engine. So first things first, if you're one of those people who look at the suggested gears, you're gonna notice that this car actually acts as a almost not like a petrol engine, as a diesel engine. So at the 60, there's like 5th or 4th gear, and then 80, it's already 6th gear. And you're gonna see here it's already 3rd. I'm gonna speed up here. Already 4th on 60. And I'm not gonna push above the speed limit too much, but needless to say, I think around 80 you're already in a 6th gear. So for a lot of people who are driving a petrol engine, this is going to be a lot of confusion. But this is the new technology. This is the SkyActiv X. That's how we get more fuel efficiency. Now my new GoPro is a little bit acting with the voice commands, but that was on the previous case, so I forgot to mention This is the new GoPro 8. I'm using super wide, so it has stabilization. I mean the hyper smooth normal. It's not the in the just wide you have extra levels of stabilization, but I'm using super view so you can see more of the cockpit. So on this road the markings are new, but there's just a lot of lights, but the LED lights are just phenomenal on this car. So while I'm in traffic start, I can just show you. So the middle screen is actually a digital screen. Forgot the inches, maybe around, I don't know, I'm not gonna guess, but it's a TFT screen. You can change in the menu side informations, but it's you have classic or with information about fuel consumption, or this where you can see the car. Now what's also excellent is the 6-speed manual. It is really one of the most comfortable manual shifts you're gonna use. Trust me, if you prefer the manual, you're gonna enjoy this one. I personally switched to automatic. I'm not coming back, but the manual on the Mazda is just a pure joy when driving. So if you're one of those people who want to have control, want to use the manual, this is the one for you. So you can see now if I let go of the gas, and now when I'm braking, charging the batteries, and the cylinder can turn off if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so now I'm back on. Of course, when I'm saying petrol engine, or it's a gasoline in the United States, so I don't want to offend anyone. It's just, you know, my audience is really mixed. So you can see the information here. I lowered the brightness because it's just too high, so I hope you can see this. Now I'm going to be a little bit quiet. I'm just going to speed up here, and we're going to go to 150 if the traffic allows us, which is tolerated by law in Croatia, although the 130 is the speed limit. Metal to the pedal. See, I can still drive in the 4th gear, but so somehow diesel guy, I usually want to shift up. Excellent LED lights. Again, automatic long beam. Hear some wind noise, bit tire, but the petrol engine is just noisy. Speed up. I'm gonna leave some space here. There's no one behind me, so I'm gonna drop it to 100. A lot less noise. Now I'm gonna put it to 5th, metal to the pedal, all the way to the floor. This is 150. A lot more noise. And of course your fuel consumption is going to be high. You can see that the cylinders have deactivated when I let go of the throttle or the gas pedal, and saving fuel. Now if you want to cancel the noise and turn on the music, the speakers are excellent. They're gonna do the job. do is I'm gonna slow down here. There's an overpass, that's why it's 100 speed limit. But we're gonna use that. I'm gonna put it back to 5th. Not to miss the gear. I'm gonna put it back to 4th. I have a blind spot monitor there. And I'm gonna punch it. It's not complaining. See, it's in the 4th gear, like a petrol engine. And it just pulls really good. But there's traffic, so I'm not gonna do that. Actually, wait, let's speed up here. Just picks up the speed easily. But this is my exit. So if you want fuel efficiency, just go to 6th. Actually, you can still keep it in the 6th gear. It doesn't complain. So I'm gonna lower my speed here. See, driving 60, it's still not complaining. Doesn't suggest a lower gear. So I got an alert. There's a car made blind spot, which is really nice feature. For 25,000 euros, you get a lot here. So that's why I love Mazda. Now it's saying like you should put it to 5th. Now I just must say, Mazda is just such a comfortable ride, and you know, this car is really a awesome purchase. Now if you like the design, which is absolutely amazing, and the Mazda philosophy, I think you're really going to enjoy this car, because you get a lot for your money, a lot for your buck. You can even get, if you go for the diesel engine, like the cost is the same for the 122 horsepower diesel engine, like the G, SkyActiv G. But if you want to get the SkyActiv X with 180 horsepower, it's like same cost of the diesel. Okay, so we're coming to our road. For the regular audience already knows, where I'm going to test the LED lights in pitch black. We're gonna do 0 to 100 or 62 miles per hour. And I just want to mention that the reverse camera has excellent graphics. I'm gonna show it to you just in a second when I stop. Now this is a road where I come to test. There's no traffic usually, so I make sure there's no traffic in front of me or behind me. When I do this, I really always think of the safety first, of course, on the road, and be responsible when you're driving because of yourself and others. We're gonna fully stop here. Brakes are awesome. So this is push down and into the 1st gear. It's reverse camera, parking sensors. Okay, no one in front of me. Remember, I drive a automatic, so I'm gonna do my best with the manual. Gonna push it to the high revs, so let's see. Oops. Well, just again. Whoa, that was fast actually. I didn't even notice that past 100. I was actually, to be honest, focusing on the I was focusing on the revs, to be honest. I didn't want to go push the car to the red, but yeah, that was fast. I'm good. Now there's some dust here, but we're gonna test our LED lights. See, pitch black. There's no street lights here. This is a weight tray storage, so I hope I won't be interrupted by a truck like the last time when I was testing the another car. So I'm gonna show you. These are the lights are automatic. Now for some reason it didn't turn on the long beam, so I'm going to turn it on. So this is the long beam, and I can see a lot more in person, but honestly the matrix LED lights are the best thing. Passing car, hope you won't turn in my way. No. So these are the base LED lights. Now I'm going to pause here and turn on my iPhone. I have a new iPhone 11 Pro, so I'm gonna show you the difference. Okay, everyone, this is the iPhone camera, iPhone 11 Pro. These are the LED lights. Now, if I push the long beam, I hope you can see more. The new phone has the night mode, so this is going to be wide angle. So this is me. Now this looked like a point of view again. So I'm going to zoom just for you to see the road and the heads-up display. That's it. And this is the interior. Everything is white illuminated. It might be blue on some cameras, but the illumination of the dials and gauge cluster is white in Mazda. If I go to fuel efficiency, you're gonna see that the consumption is really dropping. You can see the history was really high. Now the one I'm showing in the middle is 8.4. It's the average fuel efficiency history. So now it was around a 4. Current is 5.9. So I believe tomorrow I'm gonna drive it for longer duration. I'm gonna see if we can come to around at least 5, or if we can drop it to 4 liters as Mazda got in their you know, ideal conditions for this engine. So I'm really surprised honestly with this fuel consumption. This is 180 horsepower petrol engine and I'm seeing 6 liters. Now I've been testing this car today, driving it a little harsh with 0 to 100 tests, revving it so you guys can hear the you know, the sound of the exhaust and stuff like that. It's all gonna be in this video. Something is going to be like separated. I'll do a little night point of like a B-roll, excuse me, and the exhaust. But I'm definitely super impressed with the new Mazda SkyActiv X. I think you guys are going to love this car, love this engine. Mazda really did a big breakthrough with the SkyActiv. It's 20 to 30% more fuel efficient than the SkyActiv G, and if I'm not mistaken, like it has 20% more torque than the standard one, like just the standard G, and it, you know, it has a torque of a diesel car, but you can push it to high res like a petrol car. So, and then you have the fuel consumption of a diesel car. So that's excellent. And some of you are going to be, you know, if you're watching the computer suggestions, you have to drive this car like a diesel if you want to be fuel efficient, but you can always drive it like a petrol if you want, and you can just, you know, speed up fast, and it's not that noisy as a diesel. It's a little more quiet, more refined sound, but overall excellent. Excellent engines for this kind of car. Now the Mazda CX-30, it's a crossover SUV, is as well going to get this engine, so that's also really interesting. I'm really excited to test that as well. I'm going to do that after the new year, to be honest, because next week it's Christmas, so I'm gonna have a little break for 1 week, and then after that I'm gonna take the new CX-30 for a test drive with the new SkyActiv X, and I think it might be all-wheel drive car that I saw, but now I'm not really 100% sure. But this fuel consumption, and I'm talking a little bit long about it, but this is what you wanted to know. This is really impressive. So to finish this is overall a great car, a comfortable car. Interior is almost, not almost, like it is premium, although the brand isn't premium for now, and it's just a nice drive. Only thing I wish Mazda has a little bit more space in the back seat, but you know, that's just me. I'm 6.6 like in feet or inches, I'm not sure, but yeah, and 2 meter stalls, so in metric. But you know, for an average person, this is just a, you know, good size car. And the only thing I wish that a Mazda 3 Sedan has, just to finish, put a finish touch to the interior, are the ambient lights, so some little contour or some shadow lights in colors, you know, that'd be just nice. That would finish that premium look. Now the sedan version, I think you can get white leather instead of just black or red, or like white or beige. I'm not 100% sure now. I think it was white, but yeah. So this is the car in more light. You can see the interior is just in a really nice design, a little bit minimalistic philosophy from Mazda, but it's just everything is quality made. So like always, I finish my review of this night point of view driving in the garage, so you can see the car a little bit from the exterior. And if you like this video, please share it if you know someone that might be interested in the Mazda 3 or the new SkyActiv X engine. Of course, recommend them to watch my daytime driving, where I'm gonna drive really as much as possible, easier to see how much is it possible to drop the fuel consumption on this car, because now after driving that 0 to 100 it's about 9 liters. If you like this channel, please give, and if you like this video, please give it a big like, leave your comments below. I want to hear your opinions, and if you want to subscribe to this channel, I am suggesting that you should click that bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. I try to review cars as much as possible. Like at least I'm trying to make a video every once in a week, maybe a few videos, and there's just no space here. So yeah, just if you like the channel, if you want to see car reviews, I really try doing in-depth car reviews. So there's my spot here. I'm gonna put it in the middle. Hazards on. This is like the law in Croatia. It's not mandatory, some people don't do it, but it's just people can see you easier. Now I'm used to the mirrors. I know this thing doesn't curve in when you're moving, but it's definitely handy to have a backing camera. I think I'm perfectly even out. So yeah, if you're on the road, always drive safe. Hazards off, engine off. That's it. Gonna see you in the next video. Until next one, the car locks itself. Bye.